chill. He survived. 2018, that's how we doing it. Phone on because it's Slab Hour. Fat dads only. Phone homie soon rich.
Mona Lisa, let me taste you. Hurry up and drink that Grey Goose. I'm on tilt and the place is on fire. See a lot of Gabrielles and Myers. The owner and waitress keep supplying us. The dessert come first, shake your thighs and butt. The result came like when she sat on my lap and sat on my back. Do you like that? Do you like it, baby?
I love it, daddy.
Do you want it right now?
Of course I do.
You gonna hold your man down all the time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Washington, D.C. and worldwide, Phone Homie presents the Slab Hour. Make some fucking noise, yeah, why not, yeah, whoa, holy shit. I haven't been fucking gone for fucking 3 or 4 weeks. Chirp it up, everybody. Go ahead, make some more noise. Go ahead, make some more. That's right, everybody. This is the Slab Hour. iPhone Homie present it. Welcome to Washington, D.C., everybody. We'll get the tablecloth out first. This is the Slab Hour. It's a show where we take that 420 and that 710 frown and turn it upside down to show you that this is a positive, free-flowing, amazing, energy-producing community/industry thriving with tons of opportunity for everybody. So I think once we show the people that by showing that this is a culture that can be easily enjoyed by everybody of all ages without any discrimination towards sex, creed, color, race, whatever it is out there that you could be discriminated against, we're trying to show you that this culture is not for discrimination. It's for everybody. All over the world, everywhere.
Discrimination.
Yeah. So, with that being said, we try to take that show, you guys, that you can get copious, you can take copious amounts of THC to the brain and still live functionally. Go out there and get that GED, that license, or make a business for yourself. For everybody, this cannabis has something for you out there, and if not, it is closely associated with those around you, which means that there's opportunity for you. So, long words for a short motivation. Go ahead. Somebody can put that up. It's fine. Just, put it up. And, this is something that everybody can take a part in. So, that being said, I'm late as usual, but everybody is building up around me. Shout out to the audience that came by. Yeah, very much so. Happy holidays to you guys. I can't only say but much. This is a interactive show, by the way. So you can call us up and throw that number on the. Oh wait, you know what? We can't because I left the phone at home. Stupid me. But leave the number up. Put the number up anyway. Call in, leave a message for me, and say hello, what's up, turp it up, Happy New Year's. Go fuck yourself. Anything you like. You can call the number 202. What is that number? 202-308-5271. Again, that's 202-308-5271. That is the pot line. Make it hot. Make it fuego. Make it burning. So, yeah, it's been a minute. I'm enjoying things. It was a great vacation. Lots of family fun. No snow, actually. All the snow was left to you guys here in D.C. But I enjoyed actually pretty nice weather for Poland and Germany. I had some Wiener on my schnitzel over in Germany. Take that however you want, but it was literal. Literally, I literally had a schnitzel and there was Wiener sausage on top of it. So yeah, my Wiener schnitzel was Wiener on top of schnitzel. I know. Big up to District Dabbers, everybody. Make some noise for him for holding it down for the past few days. My man is coming into 2018 strong with multiple mood mats. He's got fucking clothing from anywhere from boots, thongs, booties, bibs, tuxedos. All the new clothing line from District Dabbers will be coming out soon. So look out for that. Have fun with that. Can somebody get my whistle? The train whistle fell down underneath the booth. But DC has been in a state of turbulence. I thought we had turbulence on the plane coming in, but golly, what the fuck happened? I left for New Year for Christmas Eve. Hello. Hello. I left for New Year's Eve, and as soon as I leave, there's a whole cyclone bomb, both in the weather and also in the community itself. We had multiple raids go on, from what I've noticed, and
it's been a lot of bullshit, man.
There's a lot of bullshit since I left. I'm sorry, guys. I just didn't mean to leave you guys in such turmoil, but I had no idea. No idea.
See what happens?
Yeah,
See what happens?
I'm trying to be humble over here. But come on, man. I'll leave the city and what the fuck happens? Thank you to everybody that came through. Today we'll be featuring the guests that have put together the National Cannabis Festival. Make some noise for them. So we'll be talking to them in just a little bit. As you see, we have District Dabbers in the house. DJ A Boogie on the ones and twos. What's up? What's up?
What up, homie?
And, of course, shout out to everybody right here on Listen Vision. If you are watching and you know that somebody else would probably benefit from watching this show, go ahead and let them know about the live. Fine, we need a D-nail somebody for this. There's somebody. We need a D-nail. There's a D-nail in the house over there somewhere. There's probably a D-nail somewhere. I'm pretty sure someone creative can find a D-nail. Talk to this guy right here. This guy, yep. Yeah, they'll let you know. We're looking for a D plug. Yeah. You show them the back of it. Show them that's a D plug. It's the shape of a D. You love how we're doing this impromptu background setup while running the show.
D what?
A D plug. Here, let me show you guys. Give me this real quick. Look. Give me this. Yo, District Dabber.
Damn it.
Why? No, I want to show you. Look, just so you know what we're talking about. If you don't know at home, this is a D plug, okay? It's in the shape of a D, so you plug your shit in. It's a D plug, all right? D-plug it up.
Are you replugging or deplugging?
I'm D-plugging. It works. That's because a D-plug fits in a D-plug. All right, so look. Where's that thing from? My train whistle? I need that train whistle. Yeah. I'm not doing anything. Okay, so listen. I left, but so far, we're back to schedule. What does that mean? I have no fucking idea. Okay? We're back on track, though. Let me get that. So we're back on track. That means things will be happening the way they were, sort of. All right? Yeah. So sort of happening the way that we were hoping. Where's my phone? I need my phone as well. But there'll be some changes. There will be some changes. The big thing right now going around D.C. is non-consumption. No consumption parties, no consumption. That's the big major topic right now. Mainly, they meaning the powers that be do not want us consuming at parties right now. It seems like they want to get some money out of the whole ordeal, and so they're trying to figure that out. But in the meanwhile, they do not want us consuming. What does that mean for everybody? Who knows? You know, as you know, we'll try to play it by ear and push envelopes, but. You know, in the meanwhile, my whole plan is this right now. It's timidly putting our balls to the wall, okay? Timidly. So that means things will occur. We'll test out the waters. I'm gonna jump in the water first and see if it's okay. So we're gonna follow suit by holding strong to this non-consumption thing, and then we'll see how that works. But for now, that's how it has to be. It definitely is, it's good to be safer than sorry. But the events will still exist. So as you have seen around town, the events are still existing. There has been random, or maybe not so random, raids or pop-up police, if you will. Task force. There is a task force assigned. Okay. Get this man a mic, please. So according to District Dabbers, there's a task force assigned. Yeah, thank you. And that means that
yes, sir.
They have energy and finances, I guess, built against it. So what does that mean for us? We are going to find out. I don't know all the answers just yet. We are looking at all the sourced information that we have, and some of that I'll get into over here, which I should get into right now, pretty much. But just know Mondays, us two. Tuesdays, this guy here at WLVSradio.com. 2622 Georgia Avenue, Northwest Washington, D.C., by the way. Talking Church with District Dabbers. Phone Home presents it. That's 9 to 10 p.m. Wednesdays and Thursdays, back up with us again on the pop-up.
We back, baby.
We back. We're making it pop.
The boys are back, baby.
All right, but no, this is a new strange time we're entering into, and we're doing the best that we can. So, stay with us and bear with us.
It's a brave
Things
new
are
world.
subject to change at any moment. Nothing is promised. As long as you understand that, you should be fine with everything that goes on. But really, before we really get into anything, we should all pay homage to what this Slab Hour is by spending at least 1 minute on the Terps themselves. Chris Crazy, and anybody else that has anything they want to say it loud now!
Now!
That means make noise!
Yeah! Fuck yeah!
Wow, you guys are the worst noisemakers ever, man. Come on, man.
I thought my fuck yeah was pretty cool.
You were good. You were good. I'm a little disappointed in the rest of everybody.
I'm trying to lead by example.
All right.
There it is.
There
we
you
go.
go.
You're
There
coming
you go.
along
There
just
you go.
fine.
Chris Crazy, what'd you say? What was that you said just now? No. Oh, yeah. What? Okay. Shout out to Jam Flow Sideglass, our customized piece, and of course, the Mini Nail, who will provide you with that heat when it's needed. All you gotta do is plug it in. Use a D-Nail.
The Terps are glowing just like
Sing along.
E.T.'s finger. The goddamn dab bass gon' linger. Stoned immaculate like phone homie. I'm Chris Crazy if you don't know me. You punk motherfucker, yeah, I'm terped out. I heard terp saucy out the girl's mouth. We're the pretty bitches, the ones with freckles, and that BHO there got speckles. That's soup. Listen to me, chatter right there, don't listen to me. I'm cool, bro, I'ma watch the Slab Hour and chill out for a dab hour. Motherfucker and twacks everything. Married to the Terps, don't you see the wedding ring? From Tacoma, the one with the K. And you know we squash rosin all day. Bitch, I'm on it. Twacks in this here marijuana. Bitch, I'm on it. Twacks in this marijuana. Welcome to the Slab Hour.
We would have had a slab minute if somebody would have turned the damn fucking power button on. No, don't do that. No. That's all right. It's all right. We have a few minutes for another one. So in the meanwhile, while this heats up, what are we working with right now? We got some OG Diamonds and Sunset Sherbet. I'm good. Scooby Snacks. Yeah. Why'd you go low? What's going on right now? The Terps are glowing.
Just like E.T.'s finger. The goddamn dab bass gon' linger. Stoned immaculate like phone homie.
Seattle Soda.
Crazy if you don't know me.
Wi-Fi.
Motherfucker, yeah, I'm terped out. I heard
Tangy Wonderland.
Out the girl's mouth. We're the
Girl
pretty
Scout
bitches,
Diamonds.
The ones with freckles and that BHO there.
Jolly.
That's
Fucking
boot
green.
soup.
Oh yeah, Green Goddess.
Listen to me.
Funk
That
Juice.
shatter right there, don't listen to me. I'm cool, bro.
That's got to be the Sour Tangy.
Chill out for a dab hour.
Got some cookies, 415.
Everything. Married to the Terps,
And of
don't
course,
you see the
some
wedding
lovely
ring?
distillate. Animal
Tacoma,
cookies.
The one with the K. And you know we
That's
squash
too loud.
rosin all day. Bitch, I'm on it. Twacks in this here marijuana. Bitch, I'm on it. Twacks in this marijuana.
Welcome to the Slab
Yeah.
Hour.
Okay, are we ready for this?
Brown banana eating, bitch.
It's an iPhone over in the car. We need it over here. I didn't say I don't know if it's in the car. I'm asking you. I don't think. All right.
Can a crib donate blood?
No. Come back to the Slab Hour. 1 slab minute, man. Slab. We had some technical difficulties. Yeah, there we go. That's the one. That is the one. Welcome back. We're trying to get heated up over here and get the rest of the show settled. A little impromptu. What is up with the... No more than a half a second pause, please. All right, here we go. I think we're heated up. If you're heated up, come on and terp with me.
The Terps are glowing just like E.T.'s finger. The goddamn dab bass gon' linger. Stoned immaculate like phone homie. I'm Chris Crazy if you don't know me. You punk motherfucker, yeah, I'm terped out. I heard terp saucy out the girl's mouth. We're the pretty bitches, the ones with freckles, and that BHO there got speckles. That's poop soup. Listen to me. That shatter right there, don't listen to me. I'm cool, bro. I'ma watch the Slab Hour and chill out for a dab hour. Motherfucker and twacks everything. Married to the Terps, don't you see the wedding ring? From Tacoma, the one with the K. And you know we squash rosin all day. Bitch, I'm on it. Twacks in this here
Oh, now you can welcome the Slab Hour. There we go.
Brown banana eating bitch. Everything.
All right, so we're back. Let's get into additional events. Wednesday, January 10th, January 24th, and February 7th. Make sure to check out the DCMJ planning meetings. Each one of the meetings will be held from 7 to 8:30 p.m. in different libraries. Make sure you check out the website, dcmj.org, and see which one you can make it to an RSVP. Make sure you RSVP. It's very important. If you want to make a difference in the DC community, this is how you do it. Or, well, shall we say, one of the ways you can do it. There's so many ways you can make a difference in the community. Why does my shit keep filling up with smoke? Oh, yeah. Okay, so major event, and we're actually planning this early ahead because it's that major. For the past 3 years, we've been doing the National Cannabis Festival. I say we because we have been part of it. It's actually thrown by people who we will introduce to you in just a few minutes. But basically, it is the biggest event in Washington, D.C. It's an awesome outdoor event. I personally look forward to it every year. This year, I was proactive finally instead of waiting the last minute like I usually do to get us really prepared and have something that's going to be phenomenon for the people at our booth per se, not to mention the major event that's planned around it. So, little noise for big noise. Basically, so come out this 2018, April 21st, all right, the day after 420, okay? If you're out in Denver or something like that, make sure that you take the first flight out at 6 a.m., so you get over here nice and early.
First thing smoking?
On the first thing smoking, that's right. Good, very good.
Yeah, I try.
I've been training you for a minute now.
You trained me well.
All right, so don't miss out. It is the 3rd annual National Cannabis Festival, the biggest MJ celebration of the year, or as we should all say, the CB, the cannabis. What's the initials for cannabis? We need to find that out. If you would put that on CB, I'm just guessing here. CA, CN.
CN.
Nobody knows for sure.
CNBS.
Real deal is like CN. I just made it official.
CNBS.
Celebrate the end of prohibition during a full day of music, food, culture, and activism. And Phone Homie says that officially in the paper. Early bird tickets are on sale now. Straight up now.
Yo, bro,
you can get
some
your
of my
early
people
bird
already
shit
copped.
now for real.
People are already buying.
Please let them know in the notes that Phone Homie sent you, so we get the most tickets sold by Phone Homie for only $35. So make sure to check out their site for more info. I'll get the actual information. That site should be sent on here somewhere, but we'll make sure we get the site to you guys before the end of the show. Should be very easy. You can go to them at NATL Cannabis Festival on Instagram. That's a good way to get information. Find out all the stuff that's going on, but this stuff that they post about to include your boy here on my Instagram. I'll be posting a lot about the event as well. News. Woof. All right. Here goes a lot of news in about 9 minutes. Keep the music low and keep it low. Say again, what? Oh, nationalcannabisfestival.com. If we can get that somewhere up there, nationalcannabisfestival.com, you can maybe put up in the upper bar or something like that. That would be super dope.
Yep. Tickets are on sale right now.
Right now, early bird special. Hold on.
Don't fuck around.
All aboard. Get your ass to nationalcannabisfestival.com. Get yourself a motherfucking pair of early bird tickets. You bitch! All right?
Yeah, ho.
That works. Am I speaking your language now? Shout out to all my Instagram live fam who's always keeping it real. And hold on, quick little story. So I was on Instagram Live the other day in Poland. It was early in the morning, and I guess the freaks come out. I'm on there, and got a guy who's like, hey, requesting to join your Instagram Live. So I pressed the button. Oh, my God. Nuts, testicles, testes, vostephrins,
Close up.
chodes. Oh, my God. Close up, jiggling, weird moaning sounds in the background. I'm telling you guys, be careful out there on your IG Live requesting people. There are freakazoids out there. All right? And then they did some crazy shit. And here's the weird thing.
Here's the question.
No. Here's the weird thing. Hold on, okay? Before your question. I spent the 3 days prior to that in Germany, and I wasn't going to take my rig and all my whole setup because I was with family and, I was quick traveling, so I had to do the Kung Fu thing. Shout out to Kung Fu Vapes, by the way, for making it possible for me to get everything I need when it's needed, where it's needed to be. By the way, I need that can of Coquito, good sir.
That jug of can of Coquito, please. That was in there. The
and
can
that
of
big,
Coquito.
and that all that stuff. Tell them put it behind the stage over here. Yeah, we're giving directions while we're doing a show right now. Very professional.
Professional shit though.
Yeah. All right. It's called impromptu. It's why it's live. All right. Did we write a script? No, we didn't write no script.
Unscripted.
It's unscripted completely. There's nothing that we read
All
from.
freestyle. It's all off the top of the head.
You're not a genius like this. I need that Canaquito. Canaquito. Yeah. So
It's like a jug.
there's yeah. Thank you. Just grab that whole little box and actually bring that case back here, good sir. Yeah. Thank you. Magic box back over here. So shout out to everybody in the world. I don't know if we said
The
that.
whole world.
You know, in the beginning when we first used to do the show, my wife would be like, "Stop saying shout out." Now I swear by it. It's a perfect space filler. Shout out everything.
Shout out Saudi
Shout it
Arabia.
out.
Shout it out.
Yeah.
India.
We're gonna bring Tears for Fears on here one day to emphasize our point. Don't tell me any of this right now. I can't have active conversations while I'm there. That's exactly what I'm looking for. It's like there's nothing in here.
There's nothing in here
There's
but
nothing
this
in here
jug.
but the thing that we're looking for.
Nothing here but this jug of Cana Coquito.
The terps are real right now. We have about 30 different terps on the table, and I just want to come back into the States and be like, yo, I didn't hear about any of this stuff, Mr. Sessions. Okay, news, real quick. Can medical cannabis survive Oregon? In 2016, the state of Oregon housed over 400 medical cannabis dispensaries, but as of the summer of 2017, state records only list 30, and not all of them are still in business. Although state officials say the current laws allow for a robust medical cannabis economy, some dispensary owners are skeptical that the medical industry will even have a future in the state. Oregon has already seen a big movement of medical providers from medical to the more profitable and less strict regulation of the recreational market. The Beaver State, woohoo, the Beaver State became
He
a
said beaver.
the medical cannabis state in 1998, and recreational use was approved by the voters in 2014. I'm just happen to be pro-beaver. While recreational regulations were still being discussed, Governor Kate Brown signed a bill that allowed medical dispensaries to sell to recreational customers until January 1st, 2017. The vast majority of businesses chose the latter. So when New Year's Eve had come and gone, medical dispensaries faced a choice. They could either go back to the medical market or receive a new license and move into the recreational market. And as I said before, the vast majority of businesses chose the latter. Recreational cannabis is regulated by the Oregon Liquor Control Commission, whereas medical cannabis is controlled by the Oregon Health Authority. The two require separate permits and have many different regulations which can change at a moment's notice. This means that business owners, especially those who want to offer both medical and recreational cannabis, have to act fast if they want to remain in compliance. This regulatory split does not only affect dispensaries, but grows as well. The same growing farm can not supply both recreational and medical. Rather, they have to choose one or the other, posing another choke point for medical cannabis. Debbie Jensen, manager of Green Cross Dispensary, a medical dispensary in the process of adding recreational cannabis to its Fun Green lineup, said both medical and recreational dispensaries have to jump through many different hoops to continue selling, but for medical cannabis, there are more regulations and they change more often. Quote, when Oregon first opened up to medical, you go in, you get your herb, end quote. Jensen said, quote, now you have to put your testing information out. You have to put more info on these labels than most medications. The cameras, the locking system, the reporting system, the books and inventory are all tightly regulated, end quote. With all this information, it takes just a little simple math to figure out that recreational is the no-brainer for businesses, and this is exactly why so many medical dispensaries are jumping ship to recreational cannabis. But in other states like Colorado, which was the first state to sell recreational cannabis, there are thriving recreational and medical systems running side by side. This poses a question. What's wrong with Oregon? There are differing opinions on the matter. Well, I'll tell you one thing right now. Oregon's got that fuego! All day. So, yeah, you know Oregon got that fire. They want to regulate that shit quick.
Shit.
Kit Doyle, a business partner. That's just my
personal opinion.
Hypotenuse. At the Oregon Hemp Company, believes that legislators and regulators are working together to make sure that the medical cannabis system dies a death by 1,000 cuts to redirect sales to the recreational cannabis industry, which would generate more profits. Jensen holds a more forgiving opinion. They want to make sure legalization can continue so that they're being really tough now. I think that the better it gets. It will get better once it goes legal federally, which I believe it will. Jensen has heard rumors of Oregon's medical industry shutting down, but she hopes that it will be allowed to survive. Meanwhile, Doyle predicts the medical side of the cannabis industry will continue on its downward spiral and within a year and a half be gone for good. Now we get into everything that we all sort of been waiting for. It's been talked about all over the place. Jeff Sessions' anti-cannabis federal crackdown in full force.
Fuck Jeff Sessions.
You said it. Many cannabis advocates braced for the worst when Jeff Sessions was nominated to serve as the U.S. Attorney General because of his well-known dislike for the drug, or the plant, we should say. His infamous statement about the KKK being okay until I found out they smoked pot gives a lot of insight into where his views and law enforcement priorities lie. But through the past 11 months, close to nothing has come up about state legal weed until 3 days ago when Jeff Sessions made an announcement ending an Obama-era memo that created a veritable safe haven for the legal cannabis industry in the United States. And it's weird because this came right after the fact that we had all these raids and all these things going on in D.C. that was just sort of like... I wouldn't say completely unfounded and surprising. There was definitely talks about it coming, but
Trying to enforce the Clean Air Act.
When you got a good thing going for a while and all of a sudden it stops, suddenly there's a lot of questions to be asked. I was gonna say you almost went a little too cold though. Check out this awesome nail, by the way, by Task Rock, aka Highly Educated Titanium. That's the gavel right there. This little layer right here is perforated quartz, pretty much bubbled up quartz, so that it allows all that heat to really retain. I don't know how it does it, but it's a sick ass banger, man. And sometimes these bangers are more expensive than the
science,
than
bitches.
the rig itself. Past 11. Oh, and Les Moore. Les Moore. You got the Les Moore carb cap in there. Didn't even see that. This was only a start of what seems to be Jeff Sessions' attempt to revive the Nixon-era war on drugs. Over the Pacific Coast, California brought in the new year with a celebration and legalization as the state's first legal recreational cannabis was released to the people. As of January 1st, anyone 21 or older in California may purchase, possess, and privately consume cannabis. Didn't say anything about growing, though. Does anybody know about that? Is cannabis allowed to grow? I mean, is California allowed to grow cannabis? Anybody? Just like we have over here? In the beginning of what could be the world's biggest legal cannabis market. Not just in California, but all of its nation-state legislatures are putting forth bills which shoot to legalize cannabis in some form or another. Whether it's just medical research or full recreational legalization, the states are listening to the majority who are calling for legal cannabis. By the way, do you have that Oregon video? Okay, cool. From this legal weed industry has grown into a fully functioning, well-funded, and popular industry. Revenue from the taxes of the plant have gone to funding schools, infrastructure like roads and sidewalks, and law enforcement agencies. Look at that. How shit comes full circle, but not even fair if I say it. Our community, our culture is funding law enforcement agencies. That there is a powerful statement. You're arresting us, we're funding you. That's so profound. Somebody help me figure that out, please. Despite all this, according to the anonymous officials inside the Department of Justice, Attorney General Jeff Sessions is attempting to bring this nationwide trend to a stop. I would even say worldwide trend, so I go so far. I just got back, and everybody's trying to do something. A little something. Even a little something. According to the Associated Press, Jeff Sessions is nullifying a hands-off policy that was put in place in the Obama administration. In 2013, the old Deputy General James M. Cole released a memo announcing that the federal law enforcement agencies would not interfere with states with legalized cannabis as long as adequate measures were taken to keep it out of the hands of kids and criminals. Federal authorities would not prioritize enforcing the federal ban on cannabis. You see it right up there. What is that? Oh, sorry. New memo by Jeff Sessions. Wrong thing I was pointing to. Put that back up so people can read it while I'm reading. Please. I beg of you. The states would also have to prevent distribution across state lines. That's a age-old problem. Taking plants across imaginary lines, as was once said. This created the aforementioned safe haven, which allowed the industry to prosper. which it should have, as always. But it gave investors peace of mind that there wasn't a federal crackdown right around the corner. It gave the industry room to grow where it is today, but not just recreationally, but medically as well. But this safety was short-lived. With the nullification of the police memo from 2013, Jeff Sessions' anti-pot federal crackdown is in full force. Instead of the laissez-faire attitude, I said that right? Laissez-faire? Okay. The Obama DOJ, Department of Justice, Sessions has greenlit federal prosecutors to aggressively pursue federal cannabis enforcement. Now, where did you find out about this funding for task force?
I don't know about any funding. I just know it exists, man. They're pulling up with paddy wagons, so.
Okay. Doesn't necessarily mean that it's funded, but
no. I'm gonna get
we
you
gotta
some
look
more.
into
I'm
that.
gonna
We
get
gotta
you
look
some
into that.
more.
See if
I'm
there's
gonna
any
get you
funding
some
going
more.
into that right now.
I don't know nothing
Because-
about no funding or nothing, but I know they pulling up.
Well, yeah, it's definitely something we need to find out because, I mean, it's a difference if there's funding for it or not. I would be interested to see if all of a sudden funding was now put into place. And I think that can only be done during the fiscal part of the year, right? For funding, it has to be raised. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's something to really question. That's a topic to look into. Has there been funding put into the crackdown in Washington, D.C. at the very least?
I told you I got hit up by a reporter.
Yeah, looking to ask you questions.
Yeah.
Those who are anti-pot are praising Sessions and declaring it a victory for their cause. More specifically, U.S. attorneys will now have the ability to determine which and how much federal resources will go into cracking down on state legal cannabis programs. They're saying out there there's a victory. It's going to dry up a lot of the institutional investment that's gone towards marijuana in the last 5 years, says Kevin Sabet, president and CEO of Smart Approaches to Marijuana. On the other side, however, pro-cannabis backers, civil society groups, and even some law enforcement officials are criticizing Sessions' move. Their complaint is that it is a huge backslide to an outdated war on drugs approach that has proven ineffective against illegal drug trade, but unfortunately, most effective and devastating low-income and minority neighborhoods and communities. Now, from what I hear about the crackdowns that have been going on right here in D.C., they're mostly in places that were not Northwest. I will say that. That's all I got to say, which is interesting. I'm very curious to see, is there a pattern going on here? Maybe. In his years before rising to Attorney General, Sessions served as federal prosecutor in Alabama at the height of the war on drugs. Today, he's bringing these ideas and policies with him to the national level. Justice officials from Obama's time in office worked at reducing or eliminating mandatory minimums and harsh sentencing for nonviolent drug charges. Sessions has advocated for the exact opposite. Just early this year, Sessions issued an order to prosecutors saying that they should pursue the most serious charge possible for low-level drug offenders. Now, after stripping away the menu that provided shelter to legal weed states and from those enforcing the federal ban, Sessions' Department of Justice is free to do as Attorney General pleases, an attempt to get rid of an attempt to rid our country of legal cannabis. Check out this great link put together by National Cannabis Festival. It has talking points and links to get you your elected officials' contact info. We are not going to let Sessions win. Check this out. Do you have it in big? Do you have it in big, in large, in Vente?
Fuck Sessions.
This one right here?
Again.
Yeah, please do when you have a chance. Put that link up. Please do check out what's going on. And 60 people jailed for possession of under an ounce of cannabis after the police were called to a New Year's Eve party in Cartersville, Georgia. Things went south. Who wrote this one? For the would-be celebration of the New Year. Most of the partygoers were arrested due to the presence of cannabis at the said party. Normally, this wouldn't be too much of a surprise for the state in which cannabis is illegal, but the catch comes with the amount. Police arrested around 60 people for less than an ounce of cannabis. Police were called to the scene where neighbors heard a series of gunshots go off around the community. When officers arrived on the scene, they were greeted with a display of various partying substances, including a small amount of pot. At this point, Bartow Cartersville Drug Task Force was called in to join in the festivities. When they arrived at the party, everyone at the party was questioned on whose bag it was. Anyone who claimed the bag for themselves would surely be put behind bars that night, so they did the smart thing and stayed quiet. But unforeseeably, this would bring them all down together. Irritated that they couldn't get anyone to talk with the police, made the decision to jail 60 people for possession of under an ounce of cannabis. The Daily Tribune reported that 63 people, including minors, were forced to spend the night in jail as a result. The justification for this mass arrest was because cannabis was within everybody's reach. everyone's reach. So like literally, so
much?
how are you serious? 60 people were this close to the weed?
Quota much?
This close, 60 people? That's a tight ass circle.
All of y'all.
Sure,
Nobody,
yeah, right?
nobody
What
wants
kind of
60.
circle? They were running right there.
Yeah.
They're like, here, everybody stand around that table right there. Got your ass. You're all arrested now. Woo!
Yo, but that must
Yeah.
have been some good ass weed, or they had a lot of respect for.
Or
whoever
there are
had
some
that.
long ass arms.
Yeah.
Mr.
Well, that shit was
Fantastic.
super. That shit was super loud. They like that shit is on all of you.
All of y'all.
That shit is on all of you. Y'all all
This
want
happened-
it.
Wi-Fi.
This is happening in the Fantastic Four Generation X chamber. Somewhere.
Everybody's going to jail.
Okay, but wait a minute. It said that gunshots were found in the community. Don't be quick to judge.
Maybe
Who
it
knows?
wasn't them.
Who knows? Okay,
That
who
shit
knows
could've been
where they were
anything.
really
Why
shot
do
out?
That was
they
in
gotta
Georgia,
be
right?
guns?
That shit was
That
in Georgia.
those
That could've been
gunshots may
some
have had nothing to
deer
do with the
hunting,
party. Okay,
Stoners don't want to shoot.
that might have been their little what do they call that PC, right?
That shit could've
Right,
been
that's
deer
their
hunting.
PC.
That's
That's
a probable cause, for sure.
Yeah, probable
Oh,
cause and
gun
shit.
got
we heard-
shot off.
There
but
was
we heard
fireworks
enough.
at the
All y'all
stadium. We heard
motherfuckers.
gunshots.
Yeah.
That's really about
Was
the
that
search.
You know
fireworks
what?
or gunshot? Oh, we're going. Everyone goes.
All right. Okay. So all the subject at the residence were placed under arrest for the possession of the suspected cannabis, which was within everybody's region control, reads a press release issued by Bartow Cartersville Drug Task Force. All arrestees were immediately transported to the Bartow County Sheriff Office by multiple transport vans. Everyone arrested by police faced charges of possession of less than 1 ounce of cannabis. Really, you're not going to be like fair and just divide like 28 by 60 so everybody gets less than a half a gram? Is that right? It's less than 56. So yeah, it's about right. Yeah, so that's less than a half a gram, honestly. Like fucking Rain Man over here.
Character 3.
That's
a lot of paperwork.
In Georgia, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Someone was real happy about that. In Georgia, this is a misdemeanor, which means it carries a penalty up to 1 year in prison and fines reaching up to $1,000. Now that's fucked. That's seriously fucked. Since the arrest in Georgia, NAACP has gotten involved, as it seems cops were verbally abusive to suspect, most of which were of African American descent. Wow. Now that's surprising. Fucking A. Many of the partygoers were even mistreated in custody. A GoFundMe campaign named the Cartersville 70 was even set up to help the group out with legal fees and bail. A good majority of these individuals were college students and members of the U.S. military who were visiting home over the holiday break. Others were working citizens who lost their jobs the second they walked into work this morning, said Raquel McGee at the Fulton County Public Defender's Office, which establishes the online fundraiser. Yeah. So that being said, that's screwed. Be careful wherever you go. Understand your state laws, number one. I think like they all kind of did the right thing by staying quiet, even though it got them in trouble. It made a statement, and hopefully through that, somebody will be able to pick up and say, "Hey, stop what's going on. Let's step in here and see if we can help out." So, us getting the story out, people over there in their main town hopefully will reach out and give these kids a chance because obviously some people did not want them to enjoy their party. Small break. Do you have small break? Small break. Give me small break, and we come back with our
Small
guests.
break one time.
That was a long 9 minutes. Right here on the Slab Hour, WLVSradio.com. Turb it up.
Del péalo.
Yeah.
Well, everyone in Pennington is talking about it. Something smells like weed in that back part of the library.
No one has located the source of the weed smell, but witnesses say that it seems to come from that area of the library behind the computer desk between the magazine rack and that weird couch.
Head librarian Cookie Stevens and library volunteers Margaret Mosier and Gail Fredericks were in the middle of discussing the upcoming used book sale when they smelled something strange.
So he smelled marijuana somewhere, and we're like shocked.
Yeah.
And so Doug goes, "Do you smell it?"
Oh, I thought it was my lean cuisine that I left in
It
the
smelled something
microwave.
funny, like it was on fire.
We thought it was Cookie's lean cuisine on fire.
And I couldn't believe it was drugs
No,
in
I've
the
never smelled
library.
anything like
Gail
that
knew
in
what
my
it was.
I guessed. It's not like I'm Cheech and Chong or something.
Without any way to confirm that the smell was indeed weed, Cookie Stevens called her husband Sheriff Stevens, who called in local ceramics teacher Dutch Gibbs, who lived in Seattle for a few months in the 70s.
Yeah, that's weed.
Sheriff Stevens has begun compiling a list of potential suspects, including that boy Lance, who has girl hair and hangs out down by the quarry, Greg Fromke, who was spotted this evening really going to town on some potato skins at Steaky Jake's Steakhouse, and Mr. Thompson. Luckily, one young reading enthusiast seemed unperturbed by the illicit smell.
I hear a lot of people talking about it. I mean, I don't smell anything. I mean, I don't smell anything. I really love the library.
The weed smell comes on the heels of last month's discovery of a gigantic pair of women's underpants in the children's fiction section. According to Stevens, that case remains open as well. Well, too bad it wasn't meth. It just could have had you come down and sniff it out, huh, Kathy?
Eat shit, Randall. I'm in recovery.
Dude. Hey, what up? What's up, man? Hey, how you been, dude? Pretty good. It's in a minute, player.
Good to see you.
What's up, dude? Ready to smoke?
For sure, man.
Yeah, man, I got some good bomb-ass dank ass from up north.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, perp scoop.
Oh, what do you got here?
Have you ever met my daughter, dude? No. Oh, that's Candy, man.
Hey, Candy.
Yeah, man. Sorry, she's probably acting a little funny, dude. We just gave her some edibles. Oh, I just forgot to tell you, dude. I got a new bong, too, dude. It's a Python brand bong. Handblown glass bong.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
I got a new bong, dude. Python brand. Handblown glass bong. Dude, put some nugs in there, dude. Crystallized, man. Woo! Then you'll be in a cloud of puff fast, man. Where's my blink blink at?
Your what?
My blink blink skunk, dude. Some real skunk. Dang, it's a bomb ass too, dude. Some real bomb ass dank ass. Let's see. Yes. Ooh, let me get it when that box hot, dude.
Excuse me?
Let me get it and then let's box hot, dude.
Well, I don't know what that means.
Box hot the place, dude.
Hot box?
Yeah, man. Oh dang, dude, she's dealing.
She's dealing?
Yeah, man.
Dealing what?
Dude, she deals. She hooks it up, dude, fatty style. By the way, you can get 8 pound gram for 8 pound. Dude, she's pissed, man. She won't have it with, dude, some people. Hey, you want me to talk to him? Nah, she can handle her biz. Dude, when you can get some real skink ass, bomb ass, dank ass skunk like that, dude. Pass out here?
Pass what? There.
Ooh, that is some good ass, dank ass burp skirt. Woo! That's a skunk, dude. Perp skirt from up north, dude. Catapult on it?
What?
Catapult on it, dude. Down up north, dude, off the 1-5. That's the place, dude. Cause they got the farmers, man. It's kush bushes, dude. That's that. It's like scientifically proven, dude. To just, cause they take the THC splice, put a little nug in there, dude. Make sure it's crystallized, dude. The fumes make it happen, dude. Whoo! Dang, man, where'd you get that skunk?
What?
Where'd you get that skunk? Real burp, skirt, burp. It's some THC. Whoa. Dude, I'm sorry, dude. I'm tripping blaze, man.
Alright, man, do you even smoke weed?
No, dude. Dude, no way.
Do you know what it is?
No, man. But I want to get high.
And we are back. Welcome back to the Slab Hour, everybody. Would you please be so kind to make some loud noise for Miss Caroline Phillips from the National Cannabis Festival? Make some fucking noise! Wow. Holy shit. Now, when I asked you to make noise for me, it was like, ah. I see what's going on here. She's a girl. She's a woman, first of all, but yeah.
Straight up.
It's all good. I'm happy that you're showing our guest a lot of love. It's very important that you do because she does what?
So I'm the producer of the National
Get in there.
Festival.
You have
Am
to
I
talk
close
to.
enough?
You gotta check it right there.
You told me it might
Yeah,
smell
perfect.
bad.
Yeah. You guys see me? I'm kissing this thing.
You are kissing this
Yeah.
thing. Ew. Okay.
I
No,
know.
I think I'm close enough, right? This is close
Yeah,
enough?
you're close enough. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So no, I produce the National Cannabis Festival here in DC.
Yes.
I put all of the things in place so that our community can come in and make it great.
That deserves a hand clap.
That's right.
Now, 3 years strong now,
Yeah.
right? And I personally have been involved at these events, and I look forward to it. It's for me, it's a very, it's just an awesome event. I get a lot of coverage from it, a lot of live, feedback from people, and actually a lot of followers too. Like my followers go up on Instagram after the event. Just so many great things that happen. You know, a few times I've gotten to meet a few of the performing artists, which have just been awesome. Yeah. So why are we doing this so early?
I just kind of wanted to come by. You've been out of town.
No. So no. Just why are we promoting so early? Because the years before, have you promoted this early before?
Yeah.
Oh, you did.
But in like
I'm
a
late to
weird
the
way.
game. Yeah.
No, in a really weird way. So
Okay.
in year one, nobody knew what the festival was going to be.
Right.
And then I also didn't have like a way to paper
Did you
it.
really know what the festival was going to be that year one?
I knew what I had in mind. I just didn't know what it was going to be because so much of it has to do with like what you all bring to the table.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Trying to handle compliance plus the people plus the vendors plus the venue owners or the
the out of town guests too.
Yeah.
Like that's the wild
Oh,
card.
yeah,
like
that's right,
we
'cause
all
you've
know
had-
how we're gonna behave because like we're here every day. Like we know how stuff works here.
Yeah.
We know each other.
Mhm.
But it's like for people flying in, it's like what are they expecting?
Yeah.
How are they gonna act?
A lot of people, yeah, and a lot of people do look at this place as like, is it California? Is it Colorado? You know, can I go out there and be? Is it free like that? In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. So you have to definitely. It's very important that you look into it. But so far, I would say they've gone off without a hitch.
We've had no arrests, no medical incidents, no fights, so all of that, which is great. Yeah, I think that says a lot about the kind of people that are in this community.
Yeah.
And yeah, the people that come in from out of town are really chill. They're like totally fun to be around, and I think this year we'll see a lot more people visiting DC, so that's exciting.
Yeah. And who doesn't want to see Cypress Hill? Make some fucking noise for that, right?
That's gonna be
Yeah.
exciting.
Man.
That's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, I'm hopefully maybe I'll hopefully get back there and say what's up to Be Real if I can sneak past the security guards. But yeah, so I'm personally invested into this. I'm getting a nice big the biggest booth I've ever had in my life actually is going to be there. 2 of them if we're lucky and we plan everything right.
So big, it's like a pavilion almost.
I like
right?
it. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. So I can't wait for you guys to see this. I've kept both the years that I've been doing the festival in mind so that we strategically have everything put in place so everyone's going to be nice and comfortable, knowing that, April can be a funny time of year with weather.
And we're going to have a lot more like covered areas this year just because of that. But I think what we did learn in 2017 is that people really love weed a lot more than they hate the rain.
Yeah. No, for sure.
Because people came all the way
will
out.
wait.
Yeah,
People will wait for
doesn't
weed.
make any sense, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck the elements. We will wait. You know. I mean, hell, Alaska. I can only be sure of what Alaska was like when they, started opening up in their, their weather out there, and Denver too. Denver has inclement weather all the time. It's crazy weather out there, but people will not let that stop them.
Well, it was funny. So I remember this year occasionally I'd come by where you were set up, and there'd be just like this line of people. And if you went like 15 people deep in that line and asked them what they were waiting in line for, they had no idea. They just said if other people are waiting for this long, there has to be something like amazing at the front of this line. And I just couldn't believe it because it was sideways raining.
Yeah. Oh man.
But they
it
were
was
just
crazy.
standing there. They're like, no, we're just going to wait it out. I was like, okay, all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, people enjoyed themselves, so.
So look forward. We got some other Bo Young Prince. He was supposed to be here tonight actually, but he couldn't make it, so we're gonna reschedule with him. But Bo Young Prince, thank you so much. Shout out to Real Deal Farms for always hooking it up, and check out his show on Saturday? Saturday at 9 p.m. Saturday at 9 p.m. And what's the name? What is it? McLeaf's Mark. There you go, McLeaf's Mark. He incorporates wrestling and cannabis into his show right here on WLVS Radio. Nice. It's I don't know why I've been watching a lot of like old wrestling on YouTube lately. It's kind of like really a lot of fun, huh? It is nostalgic. But yeah, so what were we just talking about? I just lost track completely.
Your nostalgia about wrestling.
No, not that. No, go further back.
Yeah.
Festival.
Be Real.
No.
National
Okay. Oh yeah,
Cannabis
Bo Young
Festival?
Prince. Bo Young
There you
Prince.
go.
Bo Young Prince, who has been a constant on our show, will be performing. And that's awesome because I've always been wanting to see him. He's been doing tons of shows all over the place. Got a lot of recognition. Although, can you light that up for me somewhere? You got a lighter somewhere? Anybody? We need a lighter in the house, please. It's awesome to see. I want to see him at home on the big stage. So I'm really stoked for that.
He is also like, along with being a really talented artist, like a really like good human being.
No,
Like,
he is really.
He is one of the best people I have ever interacted with.
I really
we're
I
excited
dig
to have
his
him.
I dig his style. It goes very much in tune with the positivity that we have in our culture, and I think he reflects that well in his music. Well, what do you know? We're getting stoned. How do you feel about this whole new shit that we just that we've just been talking about?
I mean,
and how would you say? And we have to ask honestly because the question's out there. How could that affect the festival, if any way?
I don't really. I mean, I think that people need to be responsible. They need to be safe. They need to act within reason.
Right.
But I think that's true of all the time. I'm disappointed to see the authorities moving in on like our city's aspiring entrepreneurs and like small business owners. I think that's unfair. I think it's unfair that they didn't enforce for so long and were like so unclear about what the laws are, and now suddenly they're acting like people should know what's going on.
It's a bit of trickery, and it shoots us back into the criminal shadow again, and that's the part that's extremely disappointing because we've worked so hard to create a better outlook on this culture, which has been stigmatized negatively, which I think stigmas are negative. Is there such thing as a good stigma?
I have never run into one.
Yeah, neither have I.
Yeah,
So
okay.
I mean, the stigma that's been attached to our culture has been slowly being wiped away, now only being brought back by those who are looking for old day glory. And I just think that they're doing it because they felt a certain way and they think that that's the truth, and they're not even taking a look at what should be clear to them, which is reality, statistics, petitions, actual experience within the economics of these states, what has been poured back into the community from this culture. I mean, us alone, we're nothing but guppy. Well, I'll speak for myself. I'm nothing but a guppy in a large. Yeah, thank you. I'm nothing but a guppy in a large ocean. But we've been able to get a lot of help out there to people just simply by reaching out, and that I feel is something I wouldn't see. I don't think in much other industries or cultures. This is such a pro-human community vibe that I get from the cannabis family.
No, I agree, and I think I'm interested to see how things are handled going forward, but I think that I can't help but feel like this whole thing is like the last kind of like twitch and flail of a way of thinking that's about to die. The enforcement thing. I think that I think in 2 years we'll be looking at a much brighter situation, or in 3 years when Trump is out. But
that Oregon video, it still have it? Go ahead and run that real quick. And this is the kind of before you do, this is the kind of resistance that we should be looking for, just even vocally. I think that people of Oregon kind of setting a good example in the best way by immediately responding. This video I got a few days ago. Go ahead and let's run this real quick.
Good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I really appreciate the law enforcement community that's here. In light of the news of Attorney General Sessions' announcement that is literally ripping the rug out from underneath the marijuana industry, in Oregon, we're going to choose to move forward. Of all this collaborative work is that we have now a thriving marijuana industry. The industry has created over 19,000 jobs throughout the state of Oregon, adding over $100 million in revenue to schools, to public safety, and to drug and alcohol treatment in Oregon in the last year and a half. It's absolutely imperative that we have those resources. These are jobs in our underserved communities and communities across Oregon that are really struggling.
And I think that sort of stance is powerful right there. I think that more leaders in the community should be standing up like that and saying, okay, no, we are not going to stop. And, because we were told that we were allowed to go forward with this. And it's a very unfair movement. I think, honestly, you can't allow somebody allow a whole country of people to get the gear started for more than a year and say, okay, we don't like the way you're playing around the valuation time is over, or whatever, like the first 3 months are over, sort of thing. If they were going to do that, they should have said, look, we're going to test it out for 1 year, and if we like it, we'll go with it. If we don't, we don't. And give some real solid reasons to why you are going to do that. but they have not done that.
Well, and to take it like off the weed level for people that like do or don't like weed, however that works, it's like a kind of a constitutional issue to me. We're a democracy, you're supposed to vote, and the will of the voters is supposed to mean something, and apparently it doesn't mean anything to the Justice Department anymore. But what does that say about other stuff? Like, what else is going to slip? So for the people who are laughing about this now and think that it's great that the federal government is going to try, it sounds like, and get the funds to start cracking down on weed, I ask them to, like, watch their own backyard, because who knows what they're going to come for next.
Exactly. Very well said. And actually, you know, why is this National Cannabis Festival so important to what we are all doing?
I think that this year, now more than ever, like, I'm excited that we're going to get to stand together. Am I close enough? I can't smell it. Okay. But that we're going to get together, like, as a group, and as hopefully the biggest crowd we've ever been, to let Congress know that we're a mile away and we're really not going anywhere. So we're going to go for year 3 of peaceful protests, and we're going to invite more members of Congress to come and stand with us. And we're going to have more of those nonprofit groups who are still doing the work to get us to legalization, and more business owners and brand owners and kind of icons in this space like you. So I think that everybody coming out is going to make a big difference. And if we can continue the tradition that we've kept of, you know, being respectful, being peaceful, and keeping within our space, I think that it's going to be a good thing.
I really, the key word here is national. You know, it's a national cannabis festival held here in the capital area of the United States, in Washington, D.C. proper.
With Cypress Hill.
With Cypress Hill.
Cypress Hill,
You
yeah.
know,
And the backyard band.
You know, actually, I didn't mention this before, but I guess I can mention it now. I mean, again, nothing is promised, but I wasn't going to say anything, but it seems that it's already been said. Dab and Granny has confirmed that she's going to be at my booth doing walk-arounds.
Exciting.
Well, she'll be present at my booth. We'll say that. We'll keep it there. Let's stop the presses right there with that. She said it first, though, on her live feed. So I was actually on Instagram, and I got people come to me and say, "Oh, Dab and Granny's going to be at your booth." I'm like, "Oh, how did you know that?" Yeah, she said it on live feed. Oh, okay.
Shout out to Dab and Granny.
Shout out to Dab and Granny. Hell yeah.
What up?
That's going to be great.
You better know who your Dab and Granny is, straight up. If you don't, you just fucking type it in and get there quick. She is the granny of all dabbers. And she, according to her, she will be present at the Phone Homie booth at the National Cannabis Festival. Look forward to that and more. We are working harder to bring more to this. I'm so excited about this. So I want a lot of my friends from out there in the cannabis community to join us. I won't say names just yet until we've made confirmations, but we are working hard to get that done. Caroline, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me, and thank you for being part of the festival for a third year.
I'm stoked, and I wanted to make it super official this year. You know, there's going to be, I'm pretty sure as we, you know, move forward and get bigger and bigger, you're going to see a lot more companies pop up, and it's just going to spread. And, you know, we should one day have here what, you know, big states, cannabis states like, you know, California and Denver, you know, have had as far as cannabis cups and things of that nature.
Right.
That is the National Cannabis Festival right here in our home in Washington, D.C.
And hopefully produced within our community, featuring our community members. But we're going to do it.
I'm double jointed. So basically, that is almost the show. I'll squeeze out one more minute. But I want to thank you again for coming. One more round of applause, please, for Miss Phillips of the National Cannabis Festival. All right. Shout out to everybody on the staff of the National. Shout out to everybody at the National Cannabis Festival staff. We appreciate you guys working hard to make this event happen. I know it takes a lot, so there's a lot of people involved in it. And then, of course, the people who are sponsoring, the vendors, the business owners, the entrepreneurs, the caterers, the artists, all of you, we thank you for putting this together, because this is a big thing. It is historical. It's a fun thing, but this, in my opinion, is one of the best peaceful protests you could possibly get into, because we're not having to stand in front of any danger or anything like that. We're going to a place where it's known and people are going to be there and trust it will be televised. So one love real quick to the Malaza Smoke Shop over in Puerto Rico. You know I'm going to be hitting Puerto Rico as many times as I can this year. And I'm going to show a lot of support and dump as much as we can over there as well because they need our help. Donate to Puerto Rico. I say that because it's needed. I'm Phone Homie, and this has been the Slab Hour. Thank you, everybody. Shout out to District Dabbers. I'm going to come back in and say hello real quick. The homie right here. Make sure you check out his show on Tuesday, Talking Terps. You got you just get in there.
Yo, tune in every Tuesday night for Talking Terps with District Dabbers.
And see us tomorrow.
Presented by my bro, Phone Homie. Come and check us tomorrow. The boys are back in town, baby.
Oh, yeah. Get ready for it, man. We are going tomorrow.
We're going to turn up at the Cannabis Fest, baby.
Pray for me. All right?
Pray for me.
Pray for all of us, okay?
Pray for
everybody. Pray for we, okay, in the cannabis industry. All right? Let us not fall apart, divided, but stand together, united. Right here. You can tune in to every Sunday, WLVSradio.com, the Slab Hour. Turp it up. That's one small dab for man, one giant slab for mankind. Shout out to everything. All right. Cheers. And turp it up. Happy New Year. We love you. And terpealo.
Watch me squeeze it. Smoke it with the crew. We all be cheesy. Like it's a picture day in high school.